Brilliance Audio presents Adulating by Liz Talley, performed by Carly Robbins. Chase London woke with a raging headache and no clothes. Never the best way to wake up, but at least she was awake. By rights, she could be dead, which sometimes didn't seem so awful. The quiet darkness of death often sounded better than the color-soaked world of criticism and disappointment she normally inhabited. Yeah, things suck when death looks like a better option. She swallowed the acridness in her mouth because, well, what else was she going to do? Spit it out? She wasn't even sure where she was. She fluttered her eyelids and tried to bring the world into focus. High ceiling above her, bed beneath her. But whose bed? She moved her fingers against the fabric beneath her. Decent thread count, so there was that. She opened both eyes, blinked away the blurry, and turned her head slowly because she could hear heavy breathing beside her and had no clue who it might be. The man lying next to her seemed to be naked underneath the tangled top sheet. His shaggy, violet-streaked hair looked spiky from sweat. He breathed through an open mouth, junky purple shadowing his closed eyes. Track marks dotting spread arms that lay palms up like an offering. A narrow chest, slim hips, and tattoos that wended their way around his body, disappearing beneath the shroud of the sheet, only to appear again on a thigh, calf, or foot. Oh, God. What had she done? Chase lifted her head and winced. Jordan. She remembered him asking her over and over last night, "Say my name, babe. Come on, say it." He'd had blow. A lot of it. His skin looked waxy, almost corpse-like. She watched him to ensure he was breathing. His stomach rose and fell. Thank God. She didn't want to deal with the police. Been there and done that before. Besides, she was supposed to be clean. She wriggled her foot, feeling the court-issued scram on her ankle. The battery had died yesterday afternoon, and no one from the monitoring company had called by the end of the day. So she'd called her girls and said, "Let's go out before they change the batteries," which had been so stupid. But in her defense, she'd spent weeks doing nothing but eating takeout and watching Real Housewives. She wanted to move, to feel like a real person again. She wasn't going to drink much, maybe one glass of wine, and she damn sure wasn't going to do drugs. Chase carefully lowered her throbbing head back onto the mattress, telling herself she could figure this out. Carefully, she rolled over. Empty champagne bottles dead-soldiered the carpet, and her lacy thong lay like a surrender flag in the threshold of the large room. That's why her head hurt so bad. Champagne messed her up. She pulled her hair from beneath the shoulder of the guy. Jordan's eyes fluttered, but he stayed asleep. Chase slid her own naked bottom toward the edge of the bed, which was flanked with swaths of linen. She winced as she sat up. The bright white room tilted, so she grasped the edge of the mattress and stilled herself until the world stopped moving. Then she stood. As soon as she reached for the bedside table to steady herself, the nausea from earlier made a curtain call. She headed toward the closed door, praying it was a bathroom. The door banged against the bedroom wall as Chase sank onto her knees and hugged the porcelain like it was a lifesaver tossed to her. She pleaded with her body to not heave forth the contents of her stomach.